What is up everyone, it's Daniel back here with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys exactly how to build a $10,000 iOS app with AI using Cursor and OpenAI. So to get straight into the video, this is going to be a very simple coding tutorial and a little bit of a business idea tutorial on how to actually get your iOS app to $10,000. Let's jump right into it. So the first thing you're going to do is obviously have some sort of idea. So the way I believe that you should go about building apps in general is having guaranteed distribution. You can build an app about anything nowadays because with the power of AI, building apps has become extremely easy. But the thing is, marketing apps is still not really clear. And a lot of people will spend a bunch of time building an app just for nobody to want it. So if you really want to make $10,000 for your app or $10,000 a month, this is what I would recommend you to do. Start off by sending 50 to 100 DMs every single day to influencers on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and basically asking them to build them an app for free. And in turn, they would promote that app for free for you. That way, your app around their niche will have guaranteed distribution, and they will have literally free money that they're getting for an app that they partly own too. So I would recommend doing some sort of 50-50 profit split. And yeah, as I said, influencer gets a free app and you get guaranteed distribution / sales. So you both make money and you're both extremely happy. In fact, if the influencer is big enough, your app could far surpass $10,000 and can probably hit like $100,000 or $200,000. Now, once you find your influencer, or let's say if you don't even want to like partner with an influencer, but you're just looking for some ideas, what I would recommend is simply going onto ChatGPT and then creating this prompt and writing something along the lines of generate a list of 100 app ideas that can generate 10K MRR. MRR stands for monthly recurring revenue, by the way, based on whatever niche you have chosen, whether that you're interested in or that the actual influencer resolves in. So in this case, I say fitness and health niche. And just like that, as you guys can see, ChatGPT is just generating a ton of ideas that we can choose from. Now, for this video, I already have an idea that we're going to go. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to build this following idea. Basically, it's going to be an app that visualizes your weight loss journey with realistic before and after images to boost motivation and accountability. All right, so the person is going to input an image of themselves, like a selfie. The app is going to ask like how much they weigh and like how much they want to weigh. And then it's going to generate an image of them having lost that weight, plus actual steps on how to like go ahead with their weight loss journey to help them lose weight. So let's actually get started with the coding section of it. The first thing you guys want to do is obviously download Cursor. It's free, but I would really recommend paying the $20 a month pro subscription just because you're going to have access to really good models that are going to be super helpful. These Pro Plus and Ultra, they're fine if you need even more usage, but I would honestly just start off with the Pro mode because for this tutorial, we're going to be using Opus 4.5, which is an extremely good coding model. In fact, the best coding model that has really good code and really good design as of December 23, 2025. So go ahead, download Cursor, and once you guys have downloaded Cursor, and once you guys have loaded up Cursor, it should look something like this. All right, the next thing you guys want is to download Xcode. And Xcode is unfortunately only available on Mac, but just go to the App Store, download Xcode, and it should look something like this. Now, once you guys have both of these programs, make sure they're side by side. And what we're going to do now is actually build out the basically foundation of our app and just start off by simply creating this app right away. So to do that, we're going to press create new project. And this is going to load up. Obviously, we want an iOS app. You could build apps for a lot of different things, but in this case, we obviously want an iOS app. Press next. And now we want some sort of product name. So let's just call it, I don't know, weight loss before and after app. Or we could just make it something a little simpler like weight loss app. And then all you have to do is make sure the interface is Swift UI, language is Swift, testing systems none, storage none. It's perfectly fine as is. Press next. And here we're actually going to create the folder where we're going to save the app. So in this case, I'm just going to create a new folder and call it, I don't know, like iOS app development. Create a new folder. And then we're going to create it within this iOS app development folder. Awesome. Now that you guys have that done, you guys will see right here all the code to your app, which for now just says hello world. And it's currently taking a little bit of time to basically just set up the code and build it out. So let's give it a moment. All right, now that that's done and it says weight loss app ready, to actually run this really basic app, all you have to do is press this plus sign and it's going to run the app on a virtual iPhone. So it's right here. Let's give it a moment to turn on and load up. And when it's done loading, we should see the text hello world, which indicates that this app ran successfully, which is exactly what we want, and that's perfect. So let's just give it a moment. There you go. Awesome. Now we could see that our app is running perfectly fine, which is great. So we're just going to exit this because we don't need to run it for now anymore. Stop it right here. We're just going to press this little thing to stop the emulator from running. Awesome. So now what we're going to do is obviously we want to code with AI. So what we're going to do next is we're going to load up Cursor and we're going to open the project that we just created. So we're going to find the file, iOS app development, weight loss app. And as you can see within here, we actually have our project. So we're just going to hover over this file right here with the project information, and we're going to press open. Awesome. This is great. So now that we have this open, let me just make this a little bit bigger. And let me open up the folders. So whenever you press this, you'll be able to see the actual, it's literally the same files that we see here, just loaded up in Cursor. It's the same exact file system. So now, as you can see right here, the way we're going to do it is we're going to use Cursor to actually code up this app, and we're going to use Xcode to run and test it. So to get started, I want to come back to this board that I created. And just to start off is I want us to create this initial prompt. All right. What you guys should do is based on your app, create a little description of like what you want it to actually do. So in this case, we're going to build an app that visualizes your weight loss journey with realistic before and after images. When a user uploads an image of themselves, ask them how much they weigh and their target weight. And it will call an OpenAI with the input image and the prompt generate a realistic image of this person after however the number of the user input weight. Then give a detailed description from OpenAI on what they can do to reach that goal. Now, the reason why I'm using OpenAI, or as many of you may know it, is of ChatGPT, is because they offer this thing called an API, which allows me to directly talk to OpenAI and basically say, look, I want to use your guys' functions, and this is the actual site. I want to use your guys' functions, like your guys' models, for my app. And I'm going to show you how to do this all in 1 second, because OpenAI obviously does their ChatGPT like texting model that is going to generate our response. And on top of that, OpenAI can receive images. So we're going to actually send our input image, our selfie, to OpenAI, and then it's going to grab that image with the prompt of, hey, let me lose X amount of pounds. And then it's going to generate a new image and send it back to our app. Now, if that sounds a little bit confusing, no problem. I'm just going to show you how I would go about doing it. So first, let's just grab this prompt that we built out. All right. And next, we are going to go back to Cursor. And make sure when you first start, it's going to have this auto on. Make sure turn it off and use Opus 4.5. Again, this is the best model that personally I find as of December 23rd. So there's probably going to be newer models by the time you actually watch this video, but Opus 4.5 is goated and is awesome. And it is a little bit expensive, but it's definitely worth it when it comes to building any software or any apps. And now, before we're actually going to like build this app, we're going to go and we're going to put it into plan mode. Now, the reason why is our description is a little bit vague and simple, which isn't bad, and it could still build the app with this very simple description. But obviously, AI is quite a little bit sometimes sensitive. And if we ask Opus to plan out our whole app in depth, it's going to be able to create a much better app that's high quality and that it can actually follow. So that's what we're going to do. Here's our prompt, just basically just our description of exactly what we want built, and we're going to send it off right now. Now it's thinking, and let's give it a minute. So now it seems to be asking some sort of questions. So instead, for the first one, it says, how would you like to handle the OpenAI key? So what we're actually going to be doing is, for this, we're going to be hard coding it directly into the app. So this is not really recommended in terms of like whenever you publish an app. And in fact, I have right here a whole document on how to like store your API key. And an API key is basically a password that communicates with the service like OpenAI to basically say, hey, here's my password. Like, my name is Daniel. I would like to request a function from ChatGPT. And typically you shouldn't hardcode it and store it into an app. But for this case, because we're just simply building it, it's perfectly okay to do so. However, I would really recommend you guys to read through this article and kind of learn how to handle this type of stuff better. But for now, it's going to work fine. So hard code it. Important, OpenAI's DALL-E cannot directly transform an uploaded photo. It can only generate new images from text descriptions. Okay, so this is a very bad thing, which is fine, which is completely weird. But as a developer, I'm going to be going through right now with you guys and figuring this out, because I know OpenAI should technically allow for image generation. So if I go here, OpenAI image generation model, all right, API, image API, okay. These are the models that it supports. And then, yeah, as you guys can see, there is this image API edits, modify existing images using a new prompt. So this is exactly what we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically tell Cursor that, hey, no, you can actually modify images. So we're going to grab this and we're going to copy and paste it back. And then we're going to add here at the very top, actually, oh crap. Actually, you can edit images with OpenAI. Okay, I'm going to send that. And yeah, now it actually like figured it out. So That's sometimes it's going to do that. And I want you guys to make sure you don't give up or you don't become like scared about it. So don't worry about that. And as you guys can see right now, it's actually creating a plan for our code before we generate it to actually create this in-depth website. So if we go view plan, so this is our architecture, basically like a general overview / image of how the app is going to work. This is the app flow, this is the file structure, and these are all of the details. Now I'm going to trust it, but you guys can obviously go through with this and edit it however you guys like. But for our very basic and simple app, it should work fine. And so we can just right away just press build and it's going to get to building. And so now it's going to take a little bit of time to build. And as it codes things up, we're going to see changes right here. So we're going to actually see a lot of new changes based on this. So it has begun, and now let's just basically play the waiting game. Awesome. And now, as we could see, it has finished our original prompt. So before we run it, obviously we need to add this OpenAI key, which I'm going to tell you guys how to do in 1 second. But let's actually check out the app. So now we're here. And what we're going to do is we are going to run it. Build failed. Okay, we see a build failed, which is perfectly normal, and this is because it's our first actual running thing. That's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy it, and we are going to, wait, let me first refresh this. Probably nothing's going to happen. Yeah, there's a, oh, wait, actually, yeah, build failed. And we can see a lot of random stuff. So that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about that. What we're going to do now is obviously try and fix it, and we're going to fix this together. So as you can see, there's like a bajillion, look how many errors there are. Damn. Okay, so what we can do is we can literally copy all of these errors. Okay, we're going to go back into cursor and we're going to paste all of it. All right, and we're going to see exactly what it says, and that should fix it. Okay, so as you guys can see right now, it has hopefully fixed all the errors. So let's go back into our folder thing. Let's go check it out. And let's see what is happening now. Let's try it again. Replace build. Okay, so it says build canceled. Let's try running it. Building. Oh, build succeeded. I can see right here. Installing weight loss app to iPhone 17 Pro. So now it's actually updating our virtual simulator with it. So we see it right here. And hopefully now we're going to be able to see something. And while it's currently loading this up, let me put this to the side. I'm going to be finding where we have to put our API key, which I'm going to be showing you guys how to do. Okay, this is the OpenAI key where we're going to put. But let's just see if this actually loads and if our app somewhat works. At least if we see something. Because right now we can't even call OpenAI to do the image update, which is perfectly fine, but let's just see if this works. We got to give it a few seconds. Wow, look at that. Just like that, in 2 prompts, we already have a pretty nice looking app. Transform your journey, visualize your weight loss goals, upload a photo, set your goal weight, see your transformation. Cool. Start your journey. And right here, we can upload photo and stuff like that. Okay, so as you guys can see, let's do first 2 things. First thing is let's upload our OpenAI key so this can actually work. And second of all, as you guys can see, it's a little bit weird formatting, which is perfectly normal. I'm going to show you guys how to fix that right now. So first things first is let's fix this OpenAI API key. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go onto this openai.com/API platform. Okay. And we're going to log into the API platform. Awesome. Now that we're here, we're going to go on to dashboard and we're going to go on to API keys. Okay. So again, API keys are basically like little passwords that are used to actually talk to the company from your app. So we have our app here. We're going to upload our photo. Okay. And then it's going to see in our code right over here, it's going to basically say, hey, now that I have this photo, right, let's send the photo to OpenAI to like modify it, to actually like edit it. And the way we send it and basically prove that we're the ones sending it is by putting in our OpenAI like API key, which is again, just a little password. And one thing that's very important is never share this password. I'm going to create one in front of you guys, but right after I'm literally just going to delete it. So you guys can't use it, or I'm just going to blur it out. I don't know. So to do that, just press new secret key and let's say weight loss app. Okay. And then permissions, we're going to leave it as all, create secret key, and we're going to copy it right here. Read and write API resources. Perfect. Okay, this is the key. Make sure you save that somewhere. And what we're going to do is we're just going to paste it right here. Awesome. So this is our API key. And one other thing to know is make sure you add some money into usage, I believe. No, not usage. Where is the, this shows how much we used, but there should be a part here which says add balance. Billing. And yeah, make sure you add at least like $5 just because I don't know if OpenAI actually gives you some like beginning balance, but just for the sake of it, add $5 into here so you could play around with it as much as you want. But this is basically every time you call OpenAI to make it do some sort of like image generation or text to speech or text generation, it's going to use up a little bit of your credit balance. Now for every image generation, it's going to be quite cheap. But yeah, that said, now that we have that set up, now that we have our API key right here on the app, which is perfect and awesome, we can actually rerun the app and test it out. So another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into OpenAI. I'm going to go back to images. So as an input image, this is going to be the image that I'm going to be using. Now, this is not how I look like. I just generated this with ChatGPT, but this is going to be our input image. And so we're going to go back into Xcode and we're going to run this. And before we, before we like fix the UI elements and stuff like that, we can actually test this out by running it to see if it actually works with OpenAI and gives us back with the type of result that we want. So let's do that. So transform your weight loss journey, start your journey, upload photo. It does not have access to it, which is not good. Can I just like drop this? Oh, awesome. So I just dropped my image right into here. So that's going to be in our library. Cool. So we're going to go back right. We're going to go back right into our weight loss app. We're going to press this. Awesome. This is the actual image of us. Press continue. So let's say I weigh 300 pounds. Okay. And we want to, how do I close this little thing? Oh, I just had to press enter. And I want to target weight 200 pounds. Okay. And as we could see now, we have a little issue here of where it seems to be out of bounds. So what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. So we're going to first take a screenshot of this with our Mac. So I'm just going to take one quick screenshot of this problem. Okay, let me save this. And we're also going to fix this weird like out of bounds error together. I'm gonna capture that. Done. Okay, so now I have that saved. And what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna exit this and stop running the app. And let me also just go back to another file. Just go back to content view. Okay, now we're gonna go here. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna drag and drop both of these things right here. And we're just gonna type in, right now, when I load up the app, some of the buttons seem out of bound, just like this image. And for some reason, when I input my image and weight goals, I don't seem to see any button that says continue or anything like that as shown in the screenshot. And we're going to enter that and send that off to Opus 4.5 to basically deal with. Awesome, so it seems to have hopefully fixed that. So now let's actually test that out by rerunning the app again. And build has been successful. Now it's taking a moment to actually update it. Awesome, so now we see the app. Awesome, so it actually fixed what we had of a problem of like the buttons being slightly out of bounds, which is great. So select photo. We're gonna select this photo, continue. Awesome, look at that, we already see the button. So we're gonna set like 300, and our target is 200. So we wanna lose 100 pounds. Press that, and now it's actually, okay. Your organization must be verified to use the model. Please go to this and click on verify organization. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So let's actually do this right now. So as you guys can see, we see this error and it's just asking us to go into our organization. So as we could see right here, we have an organization. Let's just set this as a solo developer. And apparently I have to verify my identity. So I'm going to do this right now and be back in literally 2 seconds. Awesome. So after waiting for about 15-20 minutes, I have finally been verified as an individual. So going back to our app, we can see right now, let's actually redo this, and let's actually like redo this, and let's close this. Let's go back into the app. Let's pause this, and let's actually run it now. And now hopefully it should actually talk to the OpenAI API, and it should actually work. So let's check it out. So let's now wait for it to run. Awesome. So now that we have it right here, let's press Start Journey. Let's select a photo. Let's select this guy. Press Continue. Current weight, 300 pounds. Target weight, 200 pounds. So we want to lose 100 pounds. Generate my transformation. It's analyzing the photo. So now it's actually sending it to OpenAI. So let's give it like a few seconds to actually do it. Usually it'll probably take 1 to 2 minutes. But let's see what it does. Let's give it a few minutes here. And wow, look at that. Just like that, it generated the image. So awesome. Now let's check out the plan. And here is your personalized plan. We can scroll down. And obviously the formatting here isn't the exact best. It has these like things. But just like that, as you guys can see, you could save the image, which is awesome, to your phone. And you could basically see, just like that, we created this really basic app that allows you to upload an image and actually just transform your body. It was honestly quite easy to do so. And I hope this video kind of served as a way for you guys to see the possibilities I could do with building apps in Cursor, and honestly how easy it is to do so. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And if you guys want more videos like this, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.